On October 31, 2018, a woman messaged me, quote, on Messenger asking for guidance on how to resolve a spirit possession situation in her family.
Hello, I'm QD, currently living in DX City, BP Province. My husband has been heavily possessed by spirits for the past 8 years. At first, the spirit pretended to be my grandmother, who had just passed away about 10 days earlier. But later I realized it was a fake. Whenever the spirit possesses him, my husband is completely unaware. He curses, shouts, and demands a divorce. I've taken him to many places, many temples, and performed rituals with various spiritual practitioners, but nothing worked. I've also released animals, made offerings, and done good deeds, praying for my husband's recovery, but there has been no result. A few years ago, my husband went to a temple in SG. When the spirit possessed him, it said nothing. A monk gave him blessed water and a bracelet, and he was fine for about 2 months. But the past 2 nights, the possession suddenly returned. It seems like multiple spirits are entering him, sometimes like an 80-year-old man, eating rice with water, sometimes taking all the incense bowls from the God of Wealth altar and the Buddha altar and bringing them to a Bodhi tree at a temple. Last year, we consulted a fortune teller who said my husband has a spiritual destiny and must undergo a ritual initiation. I agreed and spent a lot of money, but it had no effect. The spirit still possesses him and insults me severely. My life has become extremely miserable. I feel trapped between life and death. Please help me.
After reading her message, I concluded that the husband was encountering one or more spirits with karmic ties from the past. There was no deep resentment or hatred, just a karmic connection that allowed him to enter his body to eat and exist temporarily. Therefore, once these spirits are liberated, the problem would be resolved. And this is something that only requires a bit of faith and the correct method. Anyone can do it. There's no need to seek costly and complicated rituals from spiritual practitioners. If unlucky, one might even fall victim to fraud and make matters worse. I asked a few more questions and found out that the woman had memorized the Great Compassion Mantra, truly fortunate. So I instructed her, from now on, recite the Great Compassion Mantra daily and dedicate the merit to the spirits that possess your husband. When spirits receive the merit from sutra recitation, Buddha chanting, and mantra practice, they will gradually be liberated. Once liberated, they will no longer disturb your husband, and any karmic debts or grievances, if present, will be resolved. Recite at least 21 times a day. Before reciting, make this dedication. I sincerely vow to recite the Great Compassion Mantra for the spirits that enter and attach themselves to my husband's body. May they eliminate their karmic obstacles, attain peace in body and mind, let go of all attachments, be swiftly liberated, and soon achieve the supreme enlightenment of Buddhahood. She asked.
May I divide the recitation into different times during the day?
Yes, that's fine. You don't need to recite it all at once. No matter what the spirits say or how they curse, just ignore them. Continue your recitation, at least 21 times a day, the more the better. If you can reach 108 times, that would be excellent.
Thank you.
More than 2 months later, she messaged me again, this time with good news. 9/18, January 11, 2019.
Hello, I don't know what to say other than thank you. For a long time, my husband suffered from spirit possession, and I tried many treatments without success. Fortunately, I met you and followed your guidance. I recited the Great Compassion Mantra every day. Sometimes I didn't even count how many times. When I wasn't reciting, I chanted the Buddha's name and Bodhisattva's names. I also released animals, made offerings to the 3 jewels, printed and distributed scriptures, and helped those in need. The amount I contributed wasn't much, but I sincerely dedicated all these merits to the spirits attached to my husband, praying that they eliminate the karmic obstacles, find peace, let go of attachments, be quickly liberated, and attain supreme enlightenment. Now my husband has fully recovered. Thank you so much.
There's no need to thank me, I replied. Congratulations to you and your family for resolving the possession so successfully and regaining peace in your lives. May I share your story so others can understand and follow this method?
Yes, of course. Thank you again.
That's how it is. Once you understand the principle of karmic cause and effect, debts and repayment, things become clear. Since a debt was incurred, creditors come to collect. So just repay it willingly, and the problem is resolved. But repayment here does not mean silently enduring suffering while thinking, I must have owed them in a past life, so I'll just bear it. No, that's not a true understanding. To quickly resolve karmic debts, one must generate merit. There are many ways to do so, depending on one's circumstances. Reciting sutras, copying sutras, chanting the Buddha's name, reciting mantras, releasing animals, printing scriptures, donating blood, and so on. If you cannot do it yourself, you can ask family members to help. There's no need to worry about how much is enough, just persist. When enough merit has been accumulated and the debt is cleared, the creditors will naturally leave. Some may wonder, why didn't it work at first, when this Buddhist woman also went to temples and generated merit for her husband? That's because the merit was not dedicated to the right recipients. The issue was caused by the spirits attached to him, but the merit was directed to the husband, so the spirits received nothing. Naturally, they remained and continued causing trouble. Later, she redirected the merit to the spirits themselves. Over time, these spirits were invisibly liberated to other realms. Once gone, they no longer clung to or tormented the husband, and the possession naturally ceased. The husband found peace, the spirits were liberated, and the wife accumulated boundless merit. All parties formed wholesome connections with the Dharma, truly, one arrow, many targets.